Hey guys, welcome back to day 40. And we are in Osaka. We're gonna head back into the jail pretty soon. Last time we did finish up the first part of the dungeon. Or at least the first prison keep.
What are you looking for today? There's a sale happening. Now's your chance to shop. How many would you like?
It looks like she has nothing but ingredients available right now. This stuff is not even important anymore. But it is on hold. So maybe it's just being sorted that way.
What are you selling? All right, it's time.
So hopefully the second half of Osaka won't be too bad. And I would define bad as in like way too many shadows, more of those control panels to hack. That sort of thing is annoying when you're kind of knee deep in a new jail. And interestingly, it looks like the next part has us going back to the entrance, right? Because now that we've finished the first prison keep and gotten the core, a lot of those points with the security cameras, right, that were blocked before, they have now started to open up again. And party members wise, let's take another look here. Bring in Makoto. It's been a while since we used her. But at the same time, you know, on second thought, I always end up coming back to these party members just because there's too many weaknesses involved, revolving around fire, wind, and psychokinesis. So if it's gonna be that sort of thing, what's the point? We can probably just grind it out later and get some of the others, you know, ready for end game content. That's Emma speaking. And let's go ahead and avoid this guy if possible. In fact, I would say just to be safe, we'll head south of here and then head east. And then just a bit south of here is our destination.
Looks like that elevator will take us closer to Kanoe's castle. We're finally making progress. We've still got a long way to go, though.
I mean, I'm willing to bet this part might involve a puzzle. It usually does for any jail we've seen in the past.
This is certainly a change of scenery. It looks like some sort of storage warehouse.
Guess the castle's still pretty far off. This is gonna take some serious patience.
Does anyone else hear that? It sounds like a plane or something. Oh, that's right! There was a train station nearby. Maybe it'll...
Alright, so we clearly
Go check that out.
cannot pass
Oh, well, what do we have here?
through these lasers. I guess I should have used that from the start, right?
It's a shadow. Careful.
I mean, there's shadows all over the place, especially these chopper things, right? And our destination is on the other side, and thankfully there is another checkpoint which we can activate. Kind of crazy, given there's shadows everywhere.
Make sure to watch your step.
Right, so this is the other side of that wall we couldn't get through earlier.
Those are infrared sensors. I don't recommend trying to pass through them. What? But the station is right there.
Hey, I don't know
Ah.
anything about this kind of stuff, but couldn't we just turn those things off?
It was actually the other side of the map, not the other side of that wall, which we were in before.
That's true. There might be a prison key that controls the sensors. Right. Let's see if we can find it.
It's a shadow.
Let's go.
Look at all these containers. What do you think's inside?
Judging from all the other shit lying around, I'd say it's probably weapons or some kind of feeding machines.
It could also be food. I wonder what people from the future eat. Some kind of nucleus jelly ration bar thing. That's the classic dystopian diet. We act fast. Ambush. Sound good? Who's alive? Enemy's busy. This is your chance. Start wailing on him. Oh,
That's it, Joker!
It's over.
Not many left. Just a little more.
So likely we have to head south and work our way back west.
All right.
And we probably will have to deal with this spider guy. Let me see if I can do this. Or not, right?
Alright, we got it.
Ooh, gotta be careful here as well. We got here a little faster than we thought.
Look, there are even more infrared sensors here.
And holy moly, right? This is a pretty big map. You have 3 different checkpoints. And who knows what those red gated things are for. I mean, I certainly smell a puzzle with this one. Oh, there's a shadow here. You gotta be careful. Ooh. Pretty close. Can't double jump. Not unless he's right where we want him. Let's try it now. There we go. I suppose having Makoto is probably a good idea. So right after this fight, I may want to bring her back in. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I guess we'll switch Morgana for Makoto. Because I think nuke damage is going to be, you know, very necessary. And there's a bunch of these guys down here. Let me see if I could sort of blow past these guys. Pretty close. And might as well deal with this one. And that's where Makoto comes in. Alright, not bad.
It's over? That flew by. You should apply the same effort in the next battle. Yay, a treasure chest! Pop that sucker open.
Did I miss a treasure chest? Ah, it's probably in there, right?
Let's see if we have anything else here.
What's that? Focus.
Ah, of course. There's always a vent. Is there anything I need to look at up here? Nope.
It's a shadow. Careful, everyone.
And shadow time. Although I can't really... Ah.
Oh, it opened. This door. Is it possible that it's connected to the switch of the same color? So if we find another door like this one, we should find a switch to go with it.
Alright, so don't tell me that's actually a puzzle with this map, is finding different colors or something. This one is clearly locked. And of course, you know, they keep pestering me about this treasure chest, which is not really accessible right now.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Should we go find out?
Let's take out these guys.
We've got 'em right where we want 'em. No way am I gonna lose. Let's give it our all. The enemy's scared of you. Use psychokinesis and give 'em their worst nightmare. Just a scrap mob. Easy victory ahead. Few more to go. Let's show them what we can do. gents. Okay, on to the next one.
So if I go to, or go in this room,
Proceed with extraction.
is there a chest I can access over there? It probably is all the way up, so I'm not gonna waste my time with these guys. So let's go ahead and head south. And thankfully, there is a checkpoint right over here. But we're looking okay, SP and HP wise. So I don't think it's worth our trouble.
A 5 out of 10.
So here's the purple switch. Whichever door that's connected to. So I suppose the next thing we can do is find a purple door. And with our luck, it's probably... I guess that one must have unlocked. So one way or another, we do have to deal with these guys. Now, if I can just ambush this.
Take over it. Don't let your guard down. We'll try. Scatter. I can see. I understand. Now's our chance. Persona. Touch that melody. Noir came out swinging for extra carnage. That went really well.
Yours.
Leave it to me. Johanna! That combo strike was devastating. Melody! That Persona! Shall we begin? You're running out of steam. Time to pull out all the stops.
What's that?
Someone looks happy. Was that not a challenge?
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
Alright, so we can head through this door. Or, if we can, right?
Find the shadow.
Unfortunately, this is not the door. Now, what's over here? There's that chest.
Hey, Joker, what did you find?
And treasure hunter
RNG god?
trophy has been unlocked. So I assume the requirement for that trophy is probably open a minimum of 50 treasure chests. So by now, of course, it's a no-brainer. Very likely for that to be done. I suppose the other thing too we can do is see if any of the other doors were unlocked. Now this one... Ah, there's a purple one. That's the one we unlocked. Let me see if I can ambush this guy.
Stay focused and plan our attack.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately with puzzles like these, one thing I hate is there's lots of backtracking you have to do, which I'm not a fan of. But, you know, obviously there's no way around it for us to be able to progress through this jail.
Let's switch.
I'll do it.
I think we all did really well. All right, no time to waste.
So probably another shadow by the looks of it. And of course, with our luck, we don't have Ryuji to exploit those Zio-based weaknesses. Yeah, we don't have Ryuji on deck, so we can't really do anything there, skills-wise. Maybe I can utilize some of this stuff. There you go. Gotta take out these snipers. And showtime. I mean, look at the number of shadows here. Let's just go ahead and just spam this stuff, right? What's the point? Yeah, I definitely need more of these railguns around. Pretty solid weapon. And looks like this is one of those super strong ones, right? Or I could be wrong. But eventually we may have to get that guy.
Shadows here. Be careful, everyone.
Oh, and there goes the next prison keep.
Looks like we found our prison key. Only thing now is, how do we get there?
I don't see a keyhole. How is anyone supposed to open this?
Well, the door's color is white. So if this is like the other ones, then we gotta find a white switch. Let's take a look around.
A white switch.
I can see it. What's that? Focus.
Alright, well, while I can progress forward, right, I might as well. Because I'm not seeing any of those white switches here. Now there is a little passageway that we can use. And that looks to be another dangerous part of the map, looks like. But before we even think about going there, let's traverse through here, since there's another one of those checkpoints we should probably activate. More shadows. Oh, too late. That was definitely difficult to ambush. Difficult situation. We don't have any rail guns in here that I can use, unfortunately. Gotta stay out of that sniping range. But of course, this door is... Oh, it's unlocked. Okay. And that one is too, thankfully. South building. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity to return, save up, heal up, and more importantly, see if any of the items in Sophia's online shop, spawn back. And it looks like we already have 5 new requests that popped up off screen.
You're doing this one?
So another one of the fusion ones, delivering Lost Desire, probably Mona's, right? Junk collection. Typically we have these in the bag. I mean, we have more than enough junk that we've collected over time.
Mission accomplished.
And that gave us Masquerade Whip S. And that looks like a weapon for Anne. So before we forget, let's go ahead and equip that. And of course, it's an amazing boost for Anne, right? Almost 100 more in attack power, plus a chance of dizzy. So that's very good.
This is the request.
Now looking back at the requests,
This one?
Wolf has another one of those, a thief's challenges, which tells us that likely some of the other characters are going to have their own a thief's challenge version, just like how Anne had hers. And in this one, we have to defeat a high pixie with a phantom dash.
You're doing this one?
And here's the one for Fox. Reach location marked with requests. So again, more on these soon, probably. We'll have to come back to these. We'll just have to make sure we don't progress from the 24th to 25th before completing these, because at this point, I'm not sure if any of these are missable. Go back to Sophia and shop away to our heart's content.
What are you selling? Are you sure? How many? 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 Are you sure?
So we've obtained a good bit of money again,
Happening. Now's your chance to shop.
only to lose a good bit of it.
How many would you like? You will face the bench. How many would you like? You will face the bench. You will face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You will face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench.
And with that, we'll go back into the jail.
All right, let's go. Let's stay focused.
And we have traversed a good bit of this map, so it's not looking as bad as I had thought. And with this puzzle, provided that, it's fairly linear, Like you just find the color-coded switches to get to the next door. It probably shouldn't be that crazy. Let's see.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Should we go find out?
Looks like there's another shadow in here. And I don't think we can get past this point, right?
What's that? I can see it.
Looks like there is a treasure chest up there.
Focus.
But I assume we should be able to get up there from the other side. Let's see if there's anything in this room outside this shadow. Yeah. So we will have to fight this guy, looks like.
If we act fast, we can ambush.
Ambush. Alright, so a bunch of these for Makoto to take care of.
Piece of cake.
They seem to have gotten Saraswati. Which is probably registered in our compendium, as we have reached the max number of personas we can actually carry. Not much to do here, looks like.
Focus.
But thankfully there's a switch we can activate. So now we need to get to the green doors. Obviously here we are blocked and we can't do much.
What's that?
And we need to get slightly up north. So let's head back up here. Is this a green door? It sure is. So again, you know, I call it a puzzle. They might call it a puzzle. It's not really a puzzle. You just, you know, you press the switches and you follow the bouncy ball. Not that difficult.
Move in darkness. What good would sunglasses do? Lights here are pretty blinding, though. Do you want to take a break? My mask has a shades mode built in. We could have matching masks, Wolf.
I appreciate all the sentiment, but I think I'm...
What's that?
A lot of crates they've been throwing around all over the place, right? And now we need to get to a yellow door. This one is going to open because we've already activated the switch beforehand. And another one of those pesky spider shadows.
Sense a shadow lurking about.
So let's go ahead and ambush. Get it out of the way. We need Haru. Alright, so we'll continue heading north
Something over there.
towards the next objective. And where are we now?
Come on, let's check it out.
See if I can jump past this. No, I cannot. Maybe we can now get to that treasure chest. Maybe, maybe not. Only one way to find out.
No enemies in sight. Keep moving.
Ah, there it is. It was right here all along. Another skill card,
Smile upon us.
which is obviously better than nothing. So let's see. Hopefully we're near the end of this part. There seems to be another checkpoint over there. I'm not sure what else I can do on this one. In this area in particular. And of course this is blocked. Alright, moving on. And unfortunately it's a control panel.
It's not the type. All right, I'm gonna start the hack.
So it's time for Futaba to start hacking away. Thankfully, we can start using this stuff. Just like that other area. Alright, gotta keep these shadows away from Futaba. Alright, where is that railgun? Let's do this. This time they're a little tougher, right? Compared to our previous hacking attempt. So they're straight up just going after Futaba. Ooh. And I'm not paying attention to what's happening to our dear friend Joker. So I guess, you know, when you're fighting in all these stampedes, these hordes of enemies, you have to take advantage of all these one more and follow-up attacks. So you can get, you know, a lot of AoEs executed in a short amount of time. Now, hopefully, all that's left is these guys. And Futaba's in tip-top shape, so. I mean, we had to have taken down, what, like, over 100 enemies in this fight alone? And that is not an exaggeration. And they just keep coming. But thankfully, she is almost done. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your hack is now complete. Damn, I got a new skill.
Final guard. Alright, so hopefully this is the final checkpoint before we get to the next room. And I don't think there's a need to go back and return from jail just yet. So we'll go ahead and continue. Hopefully this is maybe a boss, right? That we have to fight.
So you're the ones who've been wrecking our security. Unacceptable. Prepare to face the almighty hammer of justice.
Alright, what is this guy? Let's see. Oh, this is a, I believe Thor, right? Persona-wise. So obviously he's going to be doing electric damage, and I believe this guy should be weak to wind. And of course Psychokinesis, but pretty sure, yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure this guy has a good bit of attack and defense from a stats perspective. So what we're going to do, let's kind of take our time with this one. Ooh, gotta get out of that. Focus on buffs and debuffs. Starting with Joker. Let's dodge that if we can. I mean, a lot of times you really don't have enough time to buff and debuff every single person. And so the best you can do is kind of work on everyone, you know, individually as you go. Pretty good damage right there in that combination of attacks. But again, we're going to have to do a little better if we want to finish this guy off. And this guy is a tank. Thunder Emperor. Definitely a tank. If he's still alive after all this with, you know, even 50 HP, it's quite the feat. You got to stay away from this. And that was obviously difficult. I don't think this is a status condition that we can get out of. And we're gonna have to repair some SP here. And get out of this mess before we die. So once you hit him a couple times with these weaknesses, right, he does kind of fall back. And with these other persona, that's where Anne needs to shine and do her thing, since she does have that fire technical available here. And that did a very good amount of damage. While he's down, let's take care of... Oh, they're already dead. Okay. So then we can just focus on this guy with a technical, and Haru has access to Showtime. So let's hopefully
Care to join us?
finish this up.
Get ready.
And that did it, looks like. So a very challenging fight, but if you're at a decent level, and of course, you have your bond skills leveled up a good bit by this point, you should be okay. Just got to make sure you bring in Haru, and if possible, Mona as well for that wind damage. And let's see. I'm not sure how far we need to progress past this point, but yeah, let's get to that checkpoint and kind of recover.
Maybe we should call it a day.
And I have a feeling there should be at least another boss before we can, get close to that prison keep, because it's rarely ever that simple.
Get to work.
Pretty sure nothing should be respawned now at the shop.
Now's your chance to shop.
Never mind, spoke too soon.
What are you selling? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Here's a sale happening.
So let's
Shop. You want free
capitalize on these HP and SP items as usual.
How many would you like? You want face the bench. You want face the bench.
And everything else is unavailable. I mean, we can certainly start cooking up a few things as well, since we're good on the money. So let's go ahead and buy some ingredients,
How many would you like? You want face the bench.
which again,
How many would you like?
the point is to add to our HP and SP
You want face the
items.
How many would you like? You want face the bench. How many would you like? You want face the bench. You want face the bench. How many would you like? You want face the bench. You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like?
Obviously, you would need a lot of shopping carts for this transaction.
You want face the bench. You want face the bench. You want face the bench.
All right, well, there you go. Now let's go ahead and cook up a storm.
Are you gonna cook? This one? Well, it smells delicious. This
Or at least as much as we can
All done.
well,
with our resources.
this one?
All done.
Well, it smells delicious. So that's what you're making. Well done. This one?
All done.
Well, it smells delicious. This one?
Very nice.
All right, so we certainly maximized our inventory here. And again, just, once more, a paranoia save before we jump back in.
All right, let's go.
Well, let's get started.
And of course, all the shadows get respawned along with us returning to the jail. So it looks like we need to head east and then further south. In which case, we're going to have to deal with one or more of these shadows. Let's see if I can just... No, it's the opposite side. And that guy seems to be on patrol. see if I can do this. There we go. And again, you know, regardless of how many shadows you're facing off against in this jail, or however many times you end up going back and forth between the jail and the real world, you definitely, you know, it's a smart idea to have Makoto and Haru with you, because there's way too many shadows in this jail that are obviously weak to Nuke and Psychokinesis. So definitely a smart idea to stick with both of them.
I should have taken a nap. Here's hoping the next one's just as easy.
Alright, so it looks like this is that white switch, which I guess we couldn't get to earlier. And likely it points to another
Now we can get to the prison key.
boss fight.
Let's head back and bust our way in.
Okay, and this guy seems to be turned around just
True self.
conveniently.
Break them into pieces.
Wheel of Fate. And another one of those missed opportunities where we do not have Ryuji on deck. So let's just rely on Joker for these guys. It's nice when your comrades kind of bust you out of that status condition situation. And, you know, as usual, we are burning through Joker's SP like nothing. Got to take advantage of these combinations if possible. And I guess I could have used this before, but it was obviously a missed opportunity. And I seem to have missed. So not too crazy, but we seem to have lost some SP on the Joker side of things. So where we need to go? Aha. That is the prison keep. Further down south.
Folks, we have a shadow on our hands.
This way seems to be blocked as well.
Alright, so it's basically right here. Now what are we doing about this shadow? Is this guy gonna? Of course he is. Alright, let me take advantage of this once more. If I can get it right.
Let's switch! Aren't you glad we won? Whew. Okay, on to the next one. Careful.
See if I can just waltz in there without being detected. Or do something like this.
We've got 'em.
And then ambush him. Yeah, these guys are super annoying.
Please do.
Sure.
All right, we won.
All right, on to the next.
All right, it's open. Come on.
Alright, so finally the prison keep. And this layout obviously looks very familiar. We're going to be fighting some strong shadow. Possibly the end game for this map. So while we have the chance, recover one more time. And, you know, with this thing, it's pretty cool because it'll apply the Marakukaja effect, giving us that buff beforehand. HP wise, let's make sure we're okay as well. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's see. Alright, so it's a flux of shadows. Thankfully, we do have access to that cannon. Let's see if we can do some serious damage with this thing. Wait for it to recharge. There are 2 of them, thankfully. And we can make this stuff detonate as well. Go back here. It just sucks that we can't aim perfectly at the right, you know, direction. It's just shadows all over the place. Shadow City. So this could take a while. I mean, this is a lot of shadows. It's worse than the hackathons with Futaba. Oh. I had no idea Haru was behind that. And let's try this. All right, let's use this here. If we don't die. All right, perfect timing. Again, lots of shadows. And that took care of a good bit of them. We missed. Oh, okay. Well, 2 of our teammates definitely passed on. But that's what these items are for, right? There you go. It's like it didn't even happen. Now let's use the rest of our SP And we should also think about healing Joker.
Let's go.
They are not positioned right. And look at that. Look at the map. Now we're right back where we started. And it is straight up flooded with hundreds of shadows. Alright, let me see if I can use this thing. And this thing. Alright, what else do we have? What else do we have? All right. Nuke boost. I mean, certainly seems very important given that it's Makoto. I feel like this one is kind of pointless now. So we'll take that upgrade and be on our way. And now we are closer to finishing up this jail.
That makes 2 cores now.
Is this Emma?
Emma is the source of Konoe's power. Seeing it as one of his cores doesn't surprise me one bit.
I wonder if those infrared sensors are gone yet.
Yep, they're gone.
Now we can proceed even further. We should head back.
Hey, do you think that'll get us back faster?
Oh, hey! It's a railway for all those containers. Yeah, Konoe won't mind if we hitch a ride. Alright then. We're moving.
Alright, so sounds like we're getting closer and closer to Konoe himself. I mean, I just hope the next fight is just the, you know, straight up going to the Lockkeeper. I feel like that would make things a lot easier for us, and you know, because I think this Osaka Jail has been long drawn out. Just from shadows alone.
I think I see something over there.
I think we may be missing a treasure chest. Yeah.
Proceed with extreme caution.
Yay, a treasure chest! Pop that sucker open. Score! Now let's get some...
Oh, we seem to have missed a floating box.
That elevator over there should drop us right off at the station. Hopefully, this brings us closer to Konoe's castle.
Back to the GOG station. Why do I get the feeling that there's going to be yet another boss? Because I feel like that swarm of shadows just didn't feel like a boss fight. So I'm willing to bet.
Looks like an airport.
The flight from Ryuji bound for Abeno will be departing shortly. Those who seek an audience with Lord Akira, please make your way to the airship departure gate.
Did you hear that? It said airship. An audience with Lord Akira? It sounds like boarding this airship will take us straight to the castle.
Maybe. Still, Konoe controls every inch of this place. I doubt we can just hop on.
Wolf's right. Let's stay on guard as we make our way to the departure gate.
Okay. So hopefully I may have spoken too soon. Alright, there you go, there's those shadows. It's never that easy. I mean, look at this straight up line of shadows. Let's see if we can utilize this cart. And yes, we absolutely can. So that's pretty awesome. Just straight up, you know, pile driving through these shadows. Let's take advantage of more of these guys. Pretty good stuff. I mean, even amongst the craziest stuff we've seen before, I think this is the most congested amount of shadows I've seen in this game. Alright, what do we have? One left? Alright, Agidyne is serious business. Heavy fire damage is a pretty big deal. So we're going to replace the light fire damage. And looking at the map now. Let's try to get to this next checkpoint.
What is this? Can we take a look?
And why do I have the feeling that I do need to save up and, you know, and actually we do need to return from jail. And we're actually out of time for today's live stream now. But that's kind of what we'll be focusing on in the next episode as we head back to Osaka Jail, right? Reality. And there's actually 3 more requests that have popped up.
You're accepting this request?
I mean, this one is right off the bat. We can just complete it as usual.
Okay, it's canceled.
So, no. Oh,
Doing this one?
not sure why I canceled it. Right, we can't complete it because why not?
This is the request. You're already working on this one.
Oh, we have 5 out of 9. I have no idea why I thought we still need 4 more of these guys. And we have 2 more Thieves challenges. So it sounds like next episode we'll be busy finishing up these new requests. And honestly speaking, I would say we are very, very close to end game, you know, territory. And so with that being said, the importance of finishing up all these new requests that have popped up, right, increases as well. So, you know, in my opinion, I really think that in the next episode, we'll probably try to knock these out. All of them, if not most of them. And with that, we are well on our way to heading towards Akira and possibly frankly speaking, it's probably going to end up being the Lockkeeper, right? Being a regular jail in the story. There usually is one before we fight the Monarch, so it makes perfect sense. So, as usual, pretty good episode. And of course, our party of members keeps getting stronger and stronger as well. And so eventually we will hit higher and higher levels and uncover, I guess, more awesome things, which I have no doubt. So, as always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode.